Hello everyone, my name is Mark. Welcome to another video on Steiger Cars. Today we're doing an oil change on a 1970s Morris Minor. This is the 1.1 version. I'm going to be doing the one with the filter element, which is located in here as opposed to the screw-on canister one. It's very easy, even my daughter could do it. All you need is a 90mm spanner or socket and a 40mm spanner or socket and one of these. So let's get to work. Okay, first things first, the engine's going to be nice and warm so the oil will come out better. I'm just going under the car at the front so you can see the drain plug just here. That's the oil sump, in case you didn't know. I'm sure you do know. You don't even have to jack the car up for this, so there's no excuse. So easy. This one's a 19. If it's stiff, use a spanner. And if you can't get that moving, then use the double spanner technique. So you put one spanner on first, then use the spanner the next size up or down and link it on like that. Then you get double the leverage. So you can lift from here. So just get that loose first. That wasn't too tight. Then you can move on to the socket. Get the bucket ready. Have it on standby, so start turning. I've got a towel as well. Because it's covered in oil, it won't be tight at all. Let's move that a bit closer. There we go. Try not to drop it in there, but I've done, doesn't matter. Right, let that go. So looking from the front, if you notice, the sump is quite flat. So what I'm going to do is jack up the side of the car here just to tip it, just to get that last bit of oil out. And if it's really black, what you can do, once it's finished draining, pour in some fresh oil and then let that run out as well, so that will just completely clean it out. But I'm just going to lift up the left side of the car on this occasion. So the official jacking point is here. You can get a special jack which goes in there, but I'm just using a basic trolley jack, thumping it up a little bit. So the left side of the car is lifting up, and that's just going to tilt it to get the last bit of oil out. Actually helping. Yeah. So there we go, it's kind of tipped it up at an angle and the last bit is dripping out. Let that finish and then we'll put the plug back in. You can also remove the top to release the pressure. I don't really think it makes a difference, but it needs to come off anyway, so why not? Okay, so unlike me, try and catch the drain plug and not drop it in the oil. So if you do drop it in, like I always do, just fish it out with your fingertips and use a rag. People ask why I always wear gloves, because my hands are always dirty and I'm fed up with it. That's why. There we go. You can replace the washer if you want. I haven't got one, so I'm just going to reuse it. It should be fine. Look at that, that's black as the ace of spades, that. Right, in we go. Now it's finished draining. I'm only using a ratchet because it doesn't need to be that tight. That should do just fine. Give that a wipe. Okay, next we're going to do the oil filter housing. It is just here. This is where you need the 14mm. Hopefully it's not being done up too tight. Let's see what happens. Oh no, just as it should be. Good. I'm going to use the extension to help it turn. Okay, out it comes. Right, keep that to one side for now. Oh, it's dripping. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Right, I'm that expert. Right, I'm going to bring the bucket in because this will drip when you take the plug out. Sorry, the bolt. Okay, there it goes. Put the bolt to one side. Try not to drop that in the bucket. Then we'll let that run out completely. It should hold itself up, yeah. Right, you can wait for it to stop dripping, but if you're impatient like me, I'm just going to grab it. I don't care. Give it a little tug. There it goes. So in here there's a Japanese puzzle, so try not to start taking bits out without knowing what goes where. That's sludge in there, so I'm going to give that a quick clean out and then I'll come back to you. Well, that's mostly clean, but what I'm going to do to get that crud out is give it to a child who's going to finish it off. Here you go, use the cloth if you want. Okay, so the small-handed child has got it nice and clean. Before we put it back on, the kit should come with a couple of seals. I don't know why mine has 3, but there'll be a seal on the old casing which we need to swap, so let's go and do that now. So if I go under the car and look up, you'll see the face, and on there is a seal. What you do, put the screwdriver up, wiggle it around, and you'll fish out the old seal, just like that there. Got a plug here, needs to go somewhere, have to find that. Pull that off. Okay. Now I'm going to put the new seal in. Sorry if my hand's blocking, but you get the idea, just chuck it in. Should hopefully hold itself up. I'm going to use a screwdriver just to poke it. Stay. So once everything back together, you just go under the car and check the seal is still in place, because they often fall out. Right, once the filter assembly is back together, you just offer it up, make sure the seal is still in place, and then tighten it up with the old ratchet. Not too tight, I reckon about there, and that's job done. Right, to reassemble then, everything's been cleaned up. The bolt has a oil seal just there and a big fat washer thing here, so that goes in first. Then the spring, then the other washer, then the oil seal, then the dish, that little bit protruding, sticking up, and then that's the old filter, so the new filter goes on in there like that. So it's sort of, the spring keeps the filter pushed up basically. So I'm using some Comma 2050 classic motor oil. You can use any brand you want, but I'm using this one. So 2050 does the engine and the gearbox. Now the engine takes 3.7 litres, the gearbox takes 1.3, which equals 5 litres. So if you get one of these, you can do both. I'll be doing another video soon of the gearbox oil change, so watch this space, but for now we're just going to top up the engine oil. Now, because the metal tin doesn't have any measurements on it, I'm using a jug to measure 3.7 litres. So carefully pour it in. I'd recommend using a funnel if you're pouring straight from the can. Alright, there's 1 litre. And there's 2 litres. Okay, and there's 3 litres. There is 0.7 litres. Lid back on. Pop that back in. Let the new oil settle for a bit. And then check again. There we go. That's the job done. Run the car, check for leaks, but otherwise, easy as that. So I'm going to keep the remaining oil in here, in this temporary official oil carton. And then the old oil can go straight in here with a funnel. And then we can take that to the tip. It's ready for the next use. And that can go in the bin. Well, there we go then. That's how I do an oil and oil filter change on a Morris Minor. Hope that video was useful. If it wasn't, then sorry. Goodbye.